Good evening, everybody. This is Electrical Essence, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening. I really do appreciate it. And just one moment here. I've got to do something. Okay. All right. So I am doing astrology talk. Actually, doing astrology talk with the Fiery Luna um, messenger. Um, and I am actually talking with a client of mine through Messenger who is just absolutely amazing. Like this person just he he is the reason why I do what I do. Like working with somebody and just getting on a level of bonding with them to where you see their growth, they see their own growth, and really you're just a tool. I mean, I don't really like to say that I counsel people to fix people because I believe that people fix themselves. And a lot of times it's not even fixing. Fixing is a lack of a better word, but people who generally, from their heart and their fucking soul, who really, really, really want to know themselves and understand life and understand what the fuck is going on. Like those people who reach their hand out for help is those are the ones where when you start to show them things, and that's all you gotta do is just show them some things. And deep down, it's things like information that they just were never able to come across in their life, or they never knew how to get to that information life. Um, and you start showing them things, and like they are like a sponge, and they can actually look back on their life of everything and just kind of see it just connect together. And I love people like this particular client because these people sometimes don't even know how wonderful they are until you start to show them things about themselves that they didn't know about themselves, and then they realize that they're not garbage and they are not what they've always believed themselves to be, that they are a lot more beautiful and a lot more unique and a lot more special than they've ever given themselves credit for. And doing astrology talk with the Fiery Luna, I love it because like she has this way of looking at the zodiac and looking at the houses. It is so Aries of her. Like she she's able to like break it down for herself, like what she sees or what she imagines or what she pictures or what she's like channeling from it, and then she'll tell me and I'll just be like, pretty much, but she does it in such an artistic way that it's amazing. And I started working with the Fiery Luna. That's astrology. It's been, well, since before the summer. Like and it kind of helps too that she's pretty much, she's been aware. Like she knows zodiacs. She knows, characteristics of signs, which, oh, I love sitting around and talking shit with her about zodiac signs. Like she's like my favorite. Like some of the shit that we talk about. Like today we had a big thing on Virgos and Leos. Oh, that was such that's oh, Virgos and Leos together. Yeah. Um and that was, and that was cool. Like she knows, and a lot of stuff she knew prior, before we met and before, we do our astrology talk. So that helps a lot. She knows all of her zodiac signs in her family, and now we know all the zodiac signs of like the moons with the sun signs, with the siblings and everything, and placing putting those characteristics and stuff together. It's really fun, and it's cool because she's got younger siblings, so it's kind of neat to kind of watch it, like how it all plays out with their sun and their moon. Um, and so she's actually pretty. She's pretty quick. She's pretty quick, but she's really fucking smart. I mean, come on, the bitch has a Gemini fucking rising. Okay, the bitch is a fucking genius that doesn't give herself enough credit for being a fucking genius. Like, she is book smart and she's fucking street smart, which is a very rare combination nowadays. And so talking astrology talk with her, it's always fascinating, and it's always so much fucking fun because we talk a lot of shit, and it's fun, and we even talk shit about our own signs, and she's got an Aquarius mom, and so that kind of it's always fun because like I do a lot of shit that reminds her of her Aquarius mom, and I have a Sagittarius mom, so I have a fire sign mom, and yeah, that's when you mix fire and air together. That's always gonna explode somewhere, multiple fucking times in people's lives. So so she she understands astrology like in a really unique way. And then she also does numerology, and her form of numerology is actually quite similar to the form of numerology that I do, because she has her own personal numerology. I have my own personal form of numerology on top of, the numerology that's basically, your normal everyday numerology, like, and I guess it depends on which one that you follow, because, there is a numerology that does the 1 through 9, and then there are ones that does the 1 through 8, because 9 is supposed to be a sacred holy number, but really 9 is it's an ending point, and I love talking numerology with her too, because like she understands it at like such a deep level, knowing how everything kind of calculates back down to zero, because everything does. Everything calculates back down to zero. Everything calculates back down to one. You know, she is she is a guru in her own way when it comes to a lot of shit. Like, and and she's so fucking young. You know. I also do astrology talk with the goddess Kama, and it was kind of cool when she started getting into astrology because she just again just like a sponge, and a lot of times with them too, I try to show them a lot of things based off of their chart. Um, so it's a lot easier, for them to understand when they can see it in their own chart. And then sometimes there's things that I have to show them that's not in their chart, but the goddess Kama, though, she has a unique way of looking at birth charts, and I love showing her charts because she is able to, well, for one, she's kind of cutthroat in a way. Like, she goes like straight to it, just straight to the point in the chart. I guess that has to be her Scorpio energy. Just like I said, just kind of cutthroat. Um, Luna, she's she's different in her own spiritual way, which is very unique and just jaw dropping off for me. Like, I love how she thinks and how she mentally operates when it comes to spiritual type things. And the goddess Kama, she is intense, you know, and so and her whole spiritual thing, and so I love the flow of the two, like The Fiery Luna is way more laid back, and she's really chill for an Aries. Like, she's a super fucking chill Aries. And an Aries with a fucking Leo moon, you would not expect her to be just as chill and laid back as she is, but she is. And the goddess Kama, she's a Scorpio with the Leo moon. I'm haunted by fucking Leo moons, I swear to God. My dad has a Leo moon. My oldest daughter has a Leo moon. There was a while there, was it last month, I was getting all these charts with all these people with Leo moons, and I was like, really, what the fuck? I was like, fucking Leo, they're always fucking haunting me. They do. They haunt me. That's only because I love them so much. But, so, the goddess Kama, she is way super intense, and I love that balance between the two. And I think that's why I love co-hosting with them, because like with one, you get a different feel and a different vibe, and then with the other I get a different feel, a different vibe. Um, Both of them are very, very spiritually unique in their own way. Um, Actually, all three of us are very spiritually unique in our own ways. There are a lot of things that we come to terms on, that we agree, we see, we understand it, and even things that are individually different when it comes to spiritual things. Um, there's still an understanding, and that's how spirituality is supposed to be. Like, everybody has their own spiritual, and this is for people that are not religious. These are people who have their own, you know, unique view of things when it comes to spirituality. Nothing against people that are religious, because it's just some people are religious, whatever. But people that are deeply, deeply spiritual and have been spiritual pretty much their whole life, their whole existence, from the moment they were able to make that choice between being religious or spiritual, those people, some of those people, I can't say all, but many of those people, have always kept a way of their own spirituality about them. And even though there are things that we share in common when it comes to our spiritual beliefs, there are things that are individually different in our spiritual beliefs. And even those things that are different, this is going to be weird, even those things that are different, sometimes are yet still kind of the same, you know. But a lot of it just depends on how you look at it and how you perceive it, and of course too, like, how you live it, and I don't know. Sometimes with spirituality, I get really pissed off at people sometimes, because it's like I want to yell, "No, you're doing it wrong!" But but really, it's it's not that they're doing it wrong. It's just, I guess it's just I'm starting to see a lot of religious undertones when it comes to spirituality, and that's not what spirituality is supposed to be. Not to me, anyways. Not how I look at it. Not how I view it. You know. A few months back, um, Shane had said to me, he's like, astrology is a form of religion, and as I'm getting ready to open my mouth to argue with him, which that's our thing. So how about you put two Aquariuses together? Um, as I was opening my mouth to argue with him, I had to sit there and think for a second. It's like, wait a minute, he's kind of right in a way, I mean, it is. It's if you really, really nitpick it and just break it down, astrology can be a form of religion, you know, um, spiritual religion. It just depends. But of course, a lot of people, and people like me, who is, I guess you can say, obsessed. Yeah, I can say obsessed. I'll go ahead and use that word. Yeah, I'll use that word today. Obsessed with astrology, who have basically been engulfed with it their whole life, you know, or not even their whole life, but just for, like a large amount of time. Um, there is a similar thinking, a religious type based similar thinking, and so, so I couldn't, I couldn't argue with them. I really couldn't, and Shane does not, he doesn't do astrology. He doesn't, I tried to show him, but it, he doesn't, he just, I don't know, he doesn't grasp it from me. I think maybe if somebody else taught him, but I would love for him to know astrology. I mean, that would be so fucking great because sometimes I'll make little astrological like joke references and he doesn't get them. And some of them, oh, the Pisces ones, yeah, the Pisces ones he gets. He's a cusp. He's a cusp between a Pisces and an Aquarius, but he is very Aquarian and who he is, but he's very Pisces and in like abstract thought. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but he definitely acts like an Aquarius. He communicates like an Aquarius. He has no emotions like in a fucking Aquarius, you know. But he very artistic like a Pisces. Um, he can get lost in his own special private world like a Pisces, so but he is definitely more Aquarian than anything. I mean, he's got a Jupiter and Aquarius that's at a 29 degree, which I blame that. I always blame that for his detachment from religious and spiritual stuff and all that. But he's also somebody else that has a very unique spiritual belief, and it's very very raw and very just like just straight to the point. He hasn't had a chance to actually get around to that. Like I do have some Soldier Sheen recordings that I haven't posted yet. There's one of them that I'm working on editing, and there's just certain things I would want to cut out of there, like just certain things that I just just like our private stuff, and that kind of got mixed in with it. But it's a really good it's a really good recording. Um, I'll get it posted. But and there's a couple other ones too. There's a couple little short ones that I wanted to add in to other ones, but I actually got quite a few episodes that I really need to get out. I'm waiting actually until Sagittarius season before I release the Guru Goddess interview. That one was amazing with Sagittarius. She's amazing. Like she made me fall all in love with Sagittarius because again, considering that they were on my shit list for a very long time. Very long time. But that's what happens when you get your heart broken by a Sagittarius. Anybody that's had their heart broken by Sagittarius completely understands and knows where the fuck I'm coming from. When you've had two separate Sagittarius just completely just rip your fucking heart to fucking shreds. And one Sagittarius is a hardcore Sagittarius, December Sagittarius, and the other one is a Scorpio cusp. I believe either a 1 or 2 degrees Sagittarius. Like, she would have been born a day before. She definitely would have been at that tail end of Scorpio. But, in Sagittarius rising, so, oh, God, I'm not even going to go there. Not even going to go there. Not even going to go there. I'm haunted by them too. It's always Sagittarius and Leo. They're always haunting me. But um, yes, she made me fall in love again with Sagittarius and why I love them so much. And the biggest reason why I love Sagittarius so much is they always have some really fucking profound, amazing fucking things to say. And their knowledge of the world, which a lot of it was learned through experience. Because Sagittarius, they have to experience, you know. The centaur, that's why they always have to be able to run free for those experiences. They've got so much to say, and so many of them say it, so many of them don't. But we are coming into that season, so so I will be releasing that one shortly. I have a couple other ones. Actually, there were some that I did in the beginning of the summer that I haven't posted. There was one titled "Know Your Own Energy," and then there was another one where I was talking shit about Pluto. Oh, fucking Pluto. I swear that little planet just fucking. Call me a little Nazi planet, the little fucking Hitler planet. I've got all kinds of little fucked up names for him, but it's Pluto. He's packs a big fucking punch with a little stick of dynamite. Um, so I was talking Astro Talk with Luna, and I had this analogy that I just kind of threw together, and in her, she's pretty book smart, so it was something that I had stumbled across, and I thought, maybe it would get her to understand it in that form of a way, and she did, and and she was talking about like with Mars, and and I talk about how Mars is action and it's passion, it's and Mars could be corrupt, it could be versatile, it can go either way with Mars. And then she was talking about like fifth house, and I was telling her how I'm yawning. I'm sorry. How the fifth house, is pleasure and sex and acting and love and passion, um, and the first and the fifth and ninth house, those are the fire houses, and I was telling her how the first and the fifth houses are the fire houses, the path to God. It's like we must go through the flames. I was like, before you hit the earth, second, sixth, and 10th, those are, houses. And you must find water on earth, the fourth, eighth, and 12th. And we breathe in the air into our lungs so we can communicate and think, third, seventh, and 11th. And, she liked that analogy. And then I broke it down to her with the numbers, like second is Taurus, six is Virgo, 10 is Capricorn, 1 is Aries, 5 is Leo, 9 is Sag. We had a conversation earlier today when she was over. She had brought up the Big Bang. And I told her, I was like, it's a lot like the Big Bang. It's like, and I was, explaining how the 12th house is the womb, and then you birth into the first house of you, that's you. And I told her, like, because she knows her zodiac signs, and she's learned the houses, and I've been trying to show her how to learn the houses in their original form before, the spin of the wheel. I call it spinning the wheel, like when you were born, they spun the wheel, and when you took your first breath, that wheel stopped, but the wheel, all the wheels will keep on turning, the earth is turning, and the earth is rotating around the sun, and the sun's, I mean, it's just, it's kind of like it reminds me of like a watch with a whole bunch of everything in it, everything's got to keep on turning for it to keep working properly. But yes, I love doing Astro Talk with her. She she always has like the most coolest ways of how she breaks it down, and the way she like breaks it down is she looks at everything as one. You know, she sees that the whole 12 houses and all the 12 signs as one. You know, I'm gonna have to get her on here, you know, kind of breaking down her analogy of how she looks at the chart. It's really cool. Like, I can't even begin to explain it how she explains it and looks at it. You know, it wouldn't do it justice. Um, but we definitely got to get some more episodes of us talking shit about the zodiac. Oh, so the shit that we talk about is just it's hilarious. So, but I just wanted to do just a little check-in. You know, but it's been like what, almost a half hour. I just wanted to share just a couple of things. I just wanted to share that astrology is amazing if you know how to look at it right. I also too just wanted to share that I wish that they would teach it in schools. I really do, because I think then it would save so much trouble on so many things. I mean, Jesus Christ, they have us do the fucking Myers-Briggs testing in college. That's basically astrology. Basically, that's what it is. I mean, really. I mean, yeah, there's more to it. I mean, it's not just broken down into 12. It's actually kind of broken down more closer to the nakshatras than anything. But, um, that was Myers-Briggs. So, so just a little, like I said, like a little check-in. I just wanted to just share a little bit. Um, I'm going to get back to my editing and chatting with the Fiery Luna. Um, Also, too, chatting with one of my clients who is absolutely fucking amazing. Uh, Actually, all my clients are fucking amazing. They're like the most coolest, unique people fucking ever, and so fucking talented. Like, I just jaw drop at the fucking talent that all of them have. Like, there's not one of them that is not talented, you know. And I will do a lot more astrology talk. I haven't gotten around to it. I've been kind of focused on a few other things. I have so many fucking projects going on at the same time, and now I'm like at that point where I'm starting to finally get some of them actually completed. So, so it just takes time. But again, this is Electrical Essence, and I do want to thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. And you guys have a good night.